What's up, everybody, and welcome to the I'm Just Here to Listen podcast. Today we have special guests.
You was going to introduce me? Or
Let me do my show.
Yeah.
Thank you. You wasn't part of the script, so let me do this again. All right. Sorry. Welcome back again to the podcast. We have special guest Christian Cooper. Better than
You just said my real name.
you want me to call you Lil Goat? Okay. We have special guest Lil Goat.
Lil, not little with the T's.
How should I spell it?
Lil.
So you're like every other rapper with the LIL. You know, people are getting creative nowadays. They got LUH now. Guess you weren't that creative.
Never thought that I would make it rapping. Was thugging by my lonely, knew I had to make it happen. I'm riding with my brothers when it all goes down. Ain't no way in hell you ducking all those rounds. Tell me, have you ever seen a soldier cry?
Oh shit.
Am I in the mood for this right now?
3, 2, 1, go!
Welcome, Lil Goat. Thank you for joining the show.
Yeah, man. It's a pleasure to be here.
You want to pull your pants up?
No.
Okay. So how's it going, man?
It's going pretty good.
So you're known as Backseat Don't Miss. What that mean?
Backseat don't miss. Backseat Bandit. I just be in the backseat a lot. Rapping.
Yeah, you be rapping in the backseat with your partner Ralan Styles.
Yeah.
So how did that come about? What was the whole purpose about the Backseat Bandit? The Backseat Don't Miss.
It was really just like us having fun, you know, and us getting it started. Like that was really us getting started. That was really like that was his idea. We started in Miami, and Miami is where we shot our first video. And you know, I just happened to be in the backseat at the time, but we just always used to freestyle and stuff, so it was natural, normal.
Well, we know, for people who don't know, Lil Goat, you did a backseat with Ralan Styles. Ralan Styles was our rapper who was here in the studio. He was the last rapper in the studio who passed away. How you doing with that? With the passing of your partner?
I'm not even gonna lie, it still feels pretty weird. Just like not having him here and just not reaching out to him like we would always do, like especially when I need somebody to talk to about something, or I'm just like going through like a good moment. Like he was just that person that I would always call, and I don't know, like life just feels weird now, you know, so I'm just taking it day by day. You know, some days are better than others.
Like, how do you typically cope?
Really just by like looking at all our videos and like we got so many memories together. So just going through those videos and those pictures, like I feel like that's been helping me cope a lot.
You know, as rappers, it's a tough industry, man. It's a tough industry to break in. You know, Ralan, he was tapping in. He was tapping in. Like, do you know some of the processes about like what he had to go through as far as from beginning humbles to like where he ended up before he passed? I mean, he's only been doing it a couple of years, and he's been bigger than most people who's been doing it for 10 years. We're going to mention some of these guys on the podcast.
Yeah. From my perspective, it was just more so like when he first started rapping, like the first song we made together in the studio, like I had to help him like put his verse together. Like he had something written down, but it was like it was not there.
Yeah.
And I think at the time when we did do that song, he had like maybe 1 or 2 songs out already, and they were not good. You feel me? Like me and him would look back on them all the time and just laugh at it, like, bro, we came so far. So it went from me helping him write his verses in the studio to him helping me write my verses in the studio now, and it's like, and him actually leading the songs. Like a lot of the songs that we had on our album, like a lot of those songs were his idea. You feel me? He led them, and I just followed behind his lead, man. So I don't know. He just came a long way.
Dude was a genius.
Yeah.
He was a musical genius. Like he would say stuff, and then he'd be like, "Man, Juming, like, look, I got this idea," and them eyes start getting big,
real big.
And
Yeah.
so I can only imagine what that process looked like in the beginning. You known the man a lot longer than I have, a lot longer. You guys basically grew up together with the memories you had. What are like some of your pivotal memories you can remember of him as a person and as an artist?
So when I met him in 6th grade, like he wasn't doing music at all and shit. I mean, I was, but not really. I think throughout middle school I was on like a little hiatus. So like throughout middle school, like I just remember him just always being so full of life and just laughing. Like it was never no dull moments. Like I can't recall a day he came to school and was just down in the dumps just the entire day and just low. Like he always had energy, always so full of life. I would always get like kicked out of class so many times for this behind this man because
y'all niggas was bad.
What? Not even that. Like he was just so funny. Like he would do stuff.
So you wasn't funny prior to him?
I
think he was a problem child, nigga. I think y'all were two problem children. Y'all saw that in each other and y'all fell in love. I think that's how that. And next thing you got Lil Goat and Ralan Styles.
Yeah, pretty much. I remember it was one of the moments that I can remember. I'm not even gonna lie, like I wasn't able to go to the graduation ceremony, 8th grade. Grades weren't what it needed to be. I don't really want to talk about it. So they were holding the ceremony in the gym, and I remember they told me I couldn't graduate, and my girlfriend at the time's parents were coming to the school to watch me graduate, and I wasn't graduating. So I'm just real embarrassed. Like,
I'm sorry. You got a high school diploma, man? You got a GED? I'm sorry. All right. I'm sorry. Everything's starting to make sense. It's slow ass. Okay.
Bruh. That.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. All right. You ain't you didn't graduate. Okay.
You know, those were some hard years in my life, man. Really hard years. You know, I was going through a lot.
Oh my God, my stomach hurt. Okay, all right. I'm sorry. So you ain't graduate, and you said this was a girl you was dating back in the time. You had a lot of losses at that time. All right.
Yeah.
Continue. Okay.
So yeah, wasn't going to graduate. So they said that we had to go sit in the library at the time. So
Y'all can't read. All right, I'm done. All right, I'm done. All right, I'm done. That was the last joke. I'm done. All right, go ahead. Y'all was in the library, didn't graduate, wrong place, wrong time. Go ahead, listen.
So they said that we had to sit in the library, and when I was already like really upset because like who doesn't want to graduate? Like I wanted to graduate, and as I walked into the library, I remember like the first person I saw was Ralan, and I'm just like, when I saw him, like it just, I don't know, it just made like the whole day better. Like we sat in there for hours just laughing, making jokes. I forgot there was a graduation ceremony even going on.
You wasn't going, so
And yeah.
okay. Y'all was two people who weren't graduating, sitting in a library full of books. Go ahead.
Yeah. And long story short, we just cracked jokes and just forgot the ceremony was even going on. And I don't know.
Could you give me one more a part of my studio kind of ghetto? Give me a minute. Sorry, I ain't been in here in a while. All right. So yeah. So
It's good now?
It's good.
It's gonna stay.
it's not level, but it's there. Look, nigga, I haven't been here in a while.
Oh, yeah.
Like really a while. I think Ralan was my last person in here.
Really?
Yeah. Wow. Yeah. And then you. No better way than to have it lined up.
No better way.
Yeah.
For real.
Can I have a question? So you guys have music backseat tracks that went viral multiple times. Tell the truth. Was any of that rehearsed prior to recording?
The Backseat freestyles?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, yeah, some of them.
Some
Some of the raps were, because when they're rehearsed, when we do record them, it keeps us from doing like multiple takes over and over again, just constantly messing up. You feel me? So the raps were rehearsed, but the reactions and the energy that the raps gave, like we couldn't rehearse that. Like it was just, I don't know.
Like the lyrics was rehearsed, but the interaction between the two of you guys was real.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. I think like oftentimes when I'm looking at the videos, Ralan's laugh is what would really like draw that. It make you laugh. You know, like when you got one of them friends that laugh the way he laughs, and you can't help but laugh just because of the way that person laughed.
Yeah.
Even if something wasn't that hard, like your lyrics was hard though, but there was just times where he would just be laughing and he would just like throw his hands up in the air.
Right.
Things like that. Yeah, I like that. All right, that's the end of this podcast.
Just like that?
Yeah, you smoke weed?
All the time.
Like, how often would you say you smoke weed?
Not a lot. Just when I wake up, right after I eat, right before I brush my teeth, right before I get dressed. Before I walk out the door, before I get in the car, before I go to bed.
Before you came to this podcast?
Yeah, right before I walked in the door. Mm-hmm. And I'm gonna smoke again right when I walk out the door.
How much would you say you invest in weed on a day-to-day, or just month to month, if you had to put a dollar amount on how much you spend on weed?
A month, I would probably have to say about like $300 to $500.
Dollars?
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, I copped like 2 7s last night at the session.
What?
2 7s.
What's the 7? Like a number?
Listen,
Listen, I've been learning a lot about weed. Do you know about grade 41?
No.
Okay. So maybe this is a different terminology for different weed smokers. Maybe you guys live in different lanes. So what is 7?
A 7 is like, I don't know, 2 8s.
So you guys smoke shit you don't even know nothing about. This is interesting.
I just kind of cop it and, spending money on it. And
so how do you know if you're buying good quality weed?
I usually can tell by the time I roll it up and smoke it.
Yeah, so you don't know until after you purchase it.
Yeah. Oh man, sometimes I open the bag and smell it, and I can tell like if it's smoking or not.
Do you often open the bag before you hand the money though?
No.
I figured not.
Nah.
So you hand over the money. Money's gone. The drug dealer drives off. Because that's what, drug dealers. And then you come, you smell the bag, and you're like, this might not be what I wanted. But your money's gone.
Yeah. So it's either I could do the same thing he did to somebody else, or I could just like smoke the shitty weed.
Which would you do? Which do you do?
9 times out of 10, I just smoke the shitty weed.
Okay, sounds about right. So you do Backseat. Could you do a Backseat? Could you do a freestyle with me? We can do this.
Like with you?
Yeah, right now.
Like right now?
Yeah. You got to say a lyric. I have to say a lyric because you're the lyricist, and you have to rhyme with it. No rehearse. You ready?
Let's go.
All right. Yeah. I didn't graduate high school. You have to rhyme with that. Should I have more words? I tried, but I didn't graduate high school. And ended up in a library while everybody else was graduating.
Yeah, I'm probably not gonna freestyle.
So how do you?
I was not expecting that. That's crazy. I was really finna freestyle.
Well, so is there nothing that can rhyme with graduated high school?
Oh, probably mean, but it's just
You still kind of struggling through that?
yeah.
I'm sorry about that. That's a tough life, bro. So what are you gonna do?
About not.
Yeah, just about education. Do you believe in it?
Oh, yeah.
What is your thought process behind education?
I mean, it's cool.
Okay. No, I don't. You have to elaborate.
Oh, getting your education is cool.
Mm-hmm. Not for everybody.
Nah.
Not for you.
Nah.
What about a high school diploma
I mean,
or a GED?
it's cool.
You're not gonna get it.
Nah.
I think your mother would want you to get it.
Yeah. Nah, I did go and get my GED though. That was pretty cool. And me not graduating high school really had nothing to do with me like
How smart you were. You were just
I just wasn't, bro. I wasn't even
Yeah.
showing up to class. Like it'd be some days where I'm just like, all right, I'm going. Like I'm at the studio today.
Yeah.
I would drive the bus. I mean, not drive the bus. I can't drive a bus.
You can't, but you would definitely ride it.
I would ride it. So I rode the bus to school, and then I'd be like, man, and I'm leaving. Like as soon as I get out the bus, I'm going off campus. I'm getting on the city bus. My friend is going to pick me up. We're going straight to the studio. I'll be there all day.
So your music was more important than your education,
Yeah, and if I could go back in time,
which we can't.
yeah,
But go ahead. Let's go back.
I would definitely do it different because like
What would you do different?
I would have focused more in class. I would have actually been present. You feel me?
Why? Why now? Now, what have you learned now that you wish you would have applied? Why now?
Because music is always gonna be there. You feel me? And I just feel like, I mean, granted, like I could always go back and get my education no matter how old I am, but it's just like, I don't know. I just feel like music transitions every day. The game changes every day. And it's just like, you have to make so many changes with it. And I just feel like while I was there, while I was at school, because I can't get those years of high school back, like I should have just been more attentive and focused on what was in front of me at that time. You feel me? So.
But do you think that if you would have did that, you would have had as many followers or fans as you have today?
Probably not. No. Probably would have ended up going to college and just been more so focused on my education. Like, there's nothing wrong with that, but
I mean, it's not for everybody.
Yeah.
And we know that the education system isn't really designed for black people. But that's a whole nother topic. It is. It's a whole nother topic. Like, why do you think is it that people get so caught up, specifically black people, get caught up in like more of the music, the culture of music versus like really wanting to just finish the education? Do you think there's like a gap or something that's happening with the black community with what's being sold in the entertainment business and education? I mean, tell the truth.
I mean, definitely, because like you don't hear too many songs where people telling you to go get your education or telling you to stay in school. Like nobody's saying that in their records nowadays. So it's just like if you're aspiring to be a rapper, like, and granted there are artists who have went like Lil Wayne, but it's just like people not teaching that nowadays. So people just don't feel like it's a necessity. Like, why would I need the education if I'm about to be a star?
My thing is, I mean, don't get me wrong. Somebody rapping about education will be slightly boring.
Very.
I don't know. Maybe somebody can get creative with it and maybe make it catchy, but I don't know how it would like be hitting. I think that there's this idea. There's the music affects the dopamine, right? So like music affects moods and emotion. Like that's why when some people study, they have to listen to like relaxation music. Like it really affects the mood. Like think about how like smart black people can actually be. Like seriously. Like what if we had like an Elon Musk of like the rap industry? And I'm just like going off the hinge here. Like someone who was so smart in the music world and artistry that everything they touch is almost gold. They can make anything and make it gold.
Like Drake.
I would not go that far.
Oh.
Yeah. More like Michael Jackson.
Mm.
And I would even arguably say Chris Brown. Okay. You're the music expert. What's wrong with Chris Brown?
What's wrong with him?
Yeah.
I don't think nothing's wrong with Chris Brown. I think I don't know. I think he just made some bad decisions, and it's kind of just affected his legacy. But I don't know. Him as an artist, I think he's great, and I feel like to be labeled a great, like it's just so many different elements you have to have, which is why like you don't really see no trap artists walking across the stage winning a Grammy or nothing like that. Like it's just
You have to be all around.
you got to be all around.
So what does the look of the great look like? Like what does that look like totality from artistry all the way to how can I get to the Grammys?
You?
Me. If I wanted to go to the Grammys, what kind of advice would you give me?
First I'll tell you to do something with your hair. And I mean the shoes cool. And the bottoms, I'll probably do something with the shirt though. And throw a little chain on or something. Yeah, you'll be ready for the Grammys.
So women,
yeah, I like women.
Anybody in your love life right now?
I wouldn't say that. Am I in love with somebody right now? No. Not at all.
What is love to you?
I just feel like love is
what's an ideal woman for you for love?
See, me, I don't really require much of a woman. Like, I feel like
Cap.
No, this is real. Like, I just feel like as long as you add into my piece and not taking away from it, then
what does that mean? What adds to your piece?
Okay, for example, I have a long day at work and I'm about to come home. Like, if you're sitting in the bed and my room's a mess.
Me?
If a woman is sitting in my bed and my room's a mess, Or, you know, I just got off work. I'm going to be hungry.
Yeah.
And there's no meal being prepped or anything. Like, you're taking away from my peace.
Okay, so you're looking for a wife.
I mean, I feel like every man is.
I mean, is it though? Like there's an argument that, you know, are you looking for a wife?
Am I looking for one? I wouldn't say that.
Well, men
But I
naturally
want one.
hunt. Men naturally hunt for the wife. You have to go out and find the wife.
I feel like I'm on like a me type of timing.
That's
and-
selfish.
Huh?
That's very selfish.
Well, I feel like you gotta be nowadays. Like,
Why?
why not? Because a woman ain't gonna say I'm being selfless and I'm just giving everybody everything, and then I don't have time to work on me and build up myself.
I'm not saying everybody. I'm saying a woman. I'm saying a wife.
Oh, then it's just like, I don't know. I just want to be my best self for my wife when she
What
comes.
would your ideal wife be? Like, okay, so what if you went into your wife tomorrow? What you gonna do?
What am I gonna do?
Yeah, if you bump into her, like you meet a woman that meets all your criteria, what you gonna do?
I'm gonna be myself because I
Okay.
won't have to do anything really.
So then, as long as the wife comes along, you will be willing to take that route.
Yeah.
All right, what's your ideal wife? What does that look like? What is the qualities of a wife for you?
A modest woman. A woman who values discretion. A woman who cooks, cleans. I don't know, takes care of the house. A woman who, I don't know, takes care of her health, takes care of her body. Like, I don't know.
How you feel about them going to the club?
Nah, not at all. I feel like if you're in a relationship, you should not be in the club, period. Like, for no reason. Because the club is a sexual place. That's why they play music so loud. The dance floor is always so small. The music's always so loud. So even if you're talking to somebody, you got to be all up in somebody's ear.
Right.
Or be all up in somebody's face. So it's like, it's just a sexual environment. It's created just, I don't know. And I actually went through this with a girl. She was telling me, like, you can't go to the club if we're going to be together. And I was all right. You neither. And it just got to a point where, like, you know, I was still sneaking off and going. But there'd be moments where I'm here. I'm just like, why am I here? Like, I got a whole girl at the house. Like, what am I doing here?
Have you ever cheated on a woman?
I've cheated on women. Plural.
So you would consider yourself a cheater then?
At this point in my life, yeah.
Me too. It's pretty bad. Like, help. I don't think that people. I'm a cheater too. I don't. No excuse.
Why?
Why am I a cheater?
Why?
I really don't understand it. It's just like there's some like I don't have to love a woman to have sex with her. Like there's just something about the nature of a man
Right.
that I don't know, man. There is no reason why. There is a reason why. I guess I haven't mastered denying the self because you know, like kings used to have multiple mistresses.
Right.
So I don't know if that for me. I think that is harder to like. I don't think you're ever gonna find 100% woman, right? That's me. I don't think you'll ever find like a woman, and then there's this 80-20 rule. She'll be 80%, but she might be missing another 20%.
Right.
Why, you know, why you have your whole 100, she might be missing 20. That's why I could sleep with the 20, because I know that at the end of the day, like that's just fulfilling a smaller portion of that satisfaction that maybe my woman isn't bringing.
Right. Now that's deep. I feel that. For
But,
sure.
So why do you cheat?
I feel like I've cheated like for multiple different reasons. Sometimes it ties back to denying itself. Like me personally, I just wanted to have my cake and
Eat it too.
Eat it too. You feel me? I feel like the main reason why I've cheated though is because like I'll meet a woman and she just don't live up to like this fantasy I have of her in my head, or like this fantasy that I've created for us. And it's like, I don't know. It's like, I just feel like I don't have to put up with this. I don't have to be here. I don't have to stick it out with you. And I'll go have sex with another woman. But it's like, I don't have to love a woman to have sex with her. So I could go cheat and come back and jump in the bed like nothing happened. Like, you feel me? So,
do you feel bad anymore?
Thanks for tuning in to the episode of I'm Just Here to Listen podcast. Don't forget to like and follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok for more updates. To catch the full episode, exclusive content, short films, and documentaries, subscribe to our Patreon by scanning the link in this video. We appreciate your support and see you on part 2.